Spirit. You can keep clattering away, it's alright. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Lads and lasses. Robert Burns, as well as being a poet, was a humanitarian. Through his poems he dignified and elevated the ordinary man with such words as, for all that and all that, is coming yet for all that, that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be for all that. And in his songs to the lasses, he used ordinary language, but he managed to bespangle it with magic, for example. Bonny wee thing, and a fond kiss, or my own favourite. Though I were doomed to wander on, beyond the sea, beyond the sun, till my last weary sand was done. Till then, and then, and then, I'd still love thee. And it's when January winds begin to blaw, and rain and sleet begin to fa, a nicht with friends to talk and sup, soon lifts all our faltering spirits up. And nicht with Burns is aye an occasion when folks o' every creed and station will gather round wi' mirth and fun to honour Scotland's poet son. And sae this nicht are gathered here midst whisky, haggis, nips and beer, neath the General's roof a company of friends and friends again, to toast the bard, old Scotia's first, and eat and drink till you're fit to burst. To sing Rab's songs and hear his rhymes, a taste of blessed departed times, when every night men went out to drink and left their wives at home to think o' time's lang syne. I have nae doubt when men queued up to take the lasses out, to go for walks and tak them dancing, or maybe even a wee bit romancing. But now the lasses sit and wonder who things are so very different now. Mind you, this sex equality has altered things more than a wee. With equal rights and equal pay, there's nothing new the lasses cannae do. In golf their promotion's certain, every lassie wants to be captain. And in certain schools the senior lasses join the lads for Fitbit classes. And if for rugby they've a minding, God knows how they teach them scrummage binding. And that Maggie, the Iron Woman, sat down for 11 years in Westminster, bumming. But even with this, unless I'm wrong, we still hear that same old song, like, what the hell's been keeping you? Look at the time, it's 2:30. Her brows compress in concentration as she writes out her resignation. And now I'm sure you must confess, we sometimes do act with thoughtlessness. We tack the huff and say it's spite because we came home late last night. So they cut the grass and they dig the soil, they do more than their fair share of toil. Then after we've had our tea, we drag them out to the pub, that's if they're free. Then after several glasses large, we expect them to drive us home. We think it's their charge. And they listen while we ramble on about the game we should have won. Bowls, golf, tennis, darts and cricket. If damned if I know how they stick it. But this today, and as a boon they sympathise when we're done. They encourage us to use hope, till once again we're fit to cope. But if we get above ourselves, they tell us all the plain truth to tell, which though at times may cause us pain, soon brings us down to earth again. They'll put up with our crazy notions, like climbing hills or sailing the oceans. And we treat the lasses just a wee bit shabby. For apologies to Rabbi, we can sit in a bar spending our lorry getting food. Oh God, that's the wrong. I've missed the page, I'm sorry. That's alright. But they tell us in their own quiet way when we're too old to run and play, for many a man gives up his rugger when told by his wife, you'll get killed, you daft old bugger. This she declares with winning smiles, or if he wants to jog for miles, she'll tell him if she thinks he's unfit by slipping his bus fare in his mitt. The cricketer who has no fears that he can play for 80 years, one spring will get his age in focus when in his box she plants a crocus. The golfer, given a healthy liver, believes that he'll go on forever, but one day finds that his dear lassie has made a poker out of his brassy. It's in such discreet and devious ways they mind us o' the passing days, to tell us how much is owed by men. We would need the bard of Scotland's pen. An honest man will truly say he owes a debt to the lasses he canna pay. And though we often may treat them wrong, the truth we'll ne'er forget for long. Our lasses, our sweethearts, mothers' wives, play such an important part in our lives, that though we sometimes grudge new dresses, without them we'd be sorry messes. So gentlemen all, it is my pleasure to ask you to pour a measure right up to the tap now. Never fear, even though your wife's sitting here, for when we drink to such a prize, who grudges drinks of a generous size? Now lift with me your brimming glasses and toast the health of all our lasses. Gentlemen, the lasses. That's it.
Well done, Jim.
You've got quite a bit to learn.
There's the wrong that fell out there, obviously. It's a good one.